Hi guys, I'm up on the roof on Chamber Hotel in Mactan, Lapu-Lapu City in Philippines. So basically last night I went out to go get some Filipino barbecue, and the hotel's been very nice, and the girls and or the reception in general, the girls and the guys have been very nice, the staff. So basically I think there was just clearly like a cultural and communication difference where they were thinking Filipino, and they're like, hey, we live around here and we travel around here and get the jeepneys. The jeepneys are a truck bus. It's their bus system. They're usually a converted truck of some kind, sometimes even an old World War II type Jeep, and they turn it into a bus, like a longer bus, so that's why they call it a jeepney. But even just trucks, they just call them jeepneys, you know, if they use it like a bus system. Now the problem with that is you literally just jump on and you gotta understand which one to jump onto and where it goes. Usually they ride on the side, you know, whatever it's going to, and it can be very hard to see at night time. But anyway, so I spoke to the girls at reception saying, what's a really nice Filipino barbecue place to check out? They said, go down to this place. So we're gonna have the information here, exactly what they gave me. A Casio Mercado called Fon's Barbecue. Now that's all this is all they gave me. I had to ask for this. I said, can you write it down for me, please? Okay. I hope that's setting up okay on camera. Alright. That's all they gave me. So it was easy enough to get there. I jumped on the Jeepney bus, paid my 7 pesos or 8 pesos, whatever it was, and just spoke to the driver, and he said, look, that's okay. Most of the people here are going there anyway, so you can get off with them. It was daytime in the afternoon, just fine. So we get down there, the Fon's Barbecue was fine. I already covered that, you know, in a separate video. They were very surprised to see a foreigner. No, I never felt unsafe. I never felt threatened, but they were very surprised to see a foreigner. You know, they're like, oh, and I'll just wave and say hello and talk to them. Oh, yeah, hello. People were nice, but you could just see they're like, people were dropping their jaws. So I didn't really feel that appropriate to film or record video that much. And also, again, remember the difference in maybe culture and mentality. The girls at reception grew up eating that barbecue, love it. It was average. Okay, it was a nice local barbecue restaurant, it was average. So they're thinking like for themselves, like, hey, we grew up here, it's easy for us to go there and eat. They didn't think, hey, it's maybe a bit harder for a foreigner will stick out. Maybe it's not suitable for a foreigner. There was like some rundown, dirty areas. You know, and I would say the same, it's not suitable for a foreigner. It's not suitable for a tourist. I wouldn't want to send people down there. I know some people like that. But it's not suitable to send someone down to a dirty, rundown area where English, or just even some locals wouldn't speak to me in English. They only speak for sign. And they weren't being rude, they were like, oh. And they'd grab the manager or grab someone else, because I was lost. I was saying, hey, can you help me? They're like, oh. They didn't know what to say. They couldn't even articulate a single word in English. Anyway, so the dinner was fine. I started looking for the Song Jeepney, which is down the bottom, the Song Jeepney, okay? And a young guy who spoke English he was very nice. Just in that area, he helped me out. And it's really funny, the way they ask for jeepneys, you have to make a kissing sound. I was like, what the heck? And he's going, doing their lips, the Pinoy pointing with their lips, and then the driver stops. That's how they call the jeepney. They don't say, hey, you can say, hey, stop, or, you know. It's a little cultural thing there. And got on, and the driver said, yeah, sure, song, like, and you gotta understand, we were like sardines in the back of this truck. There's benches on the back, for those who don't know what a jeepney is. There's these 2 long benches, and we're like this. So I can barely talk, I can barely move, it's dark. It's literally dark in the jeepney, it's dark on the street. We're driving around, I'm trying to say, song. So already 10 minutes passes, and that's about how long it took for me to get there. I realized, hey, wait a minute, it's 10 minutes too long now. It's now 20 minutes, I'm lost, and I'll start talking to people in the back. Again, I never felt unsafe, I never felt threatened, but it's kind of sucking now. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, it's dark, I don't know where I am. We're going to more and more dirtier, like sort of rundown areas. I go, right, I'm in the wrong area. Mind you, this particular area is fine. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but it's like an old rundown area, you know, like a lot of sheet metal. And I've covered that in other shots that I can show you at the end of this video. So anyway, finally someone explains to me, it was an old lady. She said, look, you've gone too far. you're nowhere near Saong. You're really far, like you're literally across Mactan Island. So this is Mactan Island, you are meant to be here, you've literally gone over here, like all the way. Because the jeepney driver is like a bus route. He's just following his bus route, just dropping people off, picking people up. People are coming and going this whole time. He's just doing his job, just dropping people off. So finally, I'm like literally the last guy left on the jeepney bus. And he goes, "Sir, you're the last guy, like, do you even know where you are?" I go, no. So the old lady was trying to talk to the driver and help me in Visayan or Cebuano, in their local language. The driver was very nice. Again, he goes, "Look, well, there's no one else on the bus. Let's try and find you a taxi." So we drove around, because we're in this like sort of local area where there's shacks and sheet metal and there's not that much sort of nice things. We drove around until we found a resort. So that was actually the White Sands Spa and Resort. They're very well known, I think, for diving. So that's what I mean by we were literally on the other side of Mactan Island, and which is a small island. Don't get me wrong, it's a small island to start with. So already that was 1 hour lost, and you know, everyone, like I said, everyone was friendly and nice, just trying to help. And then it was actually a taxi driver waiting at White Sands. His job was to wait there to pick up White Sand customers or coming and going. And he said, "Sir, look, I'm not trying to cheat you. It's 300 pesos because I'm meant to stay here at White Sands Resort. I understand you're lost, but your hotel, Chamber Hotel, is on the other side near Mactan Bridge, which is where I am right now. You can see it in the background." But anyway, so he said, "Sir, it's going to be 300 pesos. It's nighttime. If it was daytime, I would put on the meter because I could pick up other passengers along the way. But it's nighttime. There's no other passengers except you, and I'll have to literally drive across the island and then come back to White Sands Resort." So after some negotiating and kerfuffle, again, he was not disrespectful. He was very friendly and helpful. I said, "Okay, let's go. I'm just sick and tired. Let's just go." So he was very nice. You know, we just had a nice chat along the way. He dropped me off at the hotel. We had to call the hotel a couple of times because that's how far it was. The hotel was hard for him to find. It's kind of hidden in these back streets, and again, I'll show you at the end of the video. And he was cool. He was cool, man. So you know, got back to the hotel, just tired, exhausted, and was just happy to be back. So sort of, I guess, moral of the story, guys. I know some of you do it. Some of you do it with your girlfriends, your wives. Don't get a jeepney unless you're with a local. If you're with a local friend or your wife or your girlfriend, sure. Jeepneys are for locals, just like any bus system. You've got to know the area and you've got to know the bus route. Okay, exactly the same for jeepneys. You've got to know the jeepney routes, you've got to know the area. That way you can identify and you know when to get off, and you can just tell the driver when you want to jump on or off. Okay, it's not suitable for foreigners, okay? So huge lesson to learn. I mean, I knew that, but I just thought I'd experiment. I don't know, one of those moments. I have taken jeepneys many times before, but with local friends. You know, a local friend or a tour guide or something wasn't an issue. But you know, I mean, an area I don't know, using the jeepneys, which I'm not familiar with. So anyway, last time I was here too, it's just to finish up, Mactan is great for diving and snorkeling and island hopping. So last time I was here, I was in Cebu City. We came over by ferry to Mactan, and from Mactan we got a jeepney. We actually did get a jeepney as a group, and we went to you know, the edge of where you get the boats, the ferry port, not the ferry port, it's just the boat operators, and that's where we hired our boat to go island hopping. So that's my Cebu island hopping video. So you know, I've been here before and it was all fine, but we had a tour guide and it was certainly very focused and very organized. Anyway, well, there's the little story in the debacle. Nothing bad happened. I didn't get robbed. You know, I didn't feel threatened, so I don't mind losing 300 pesos for a little taxi misadventure, because I'd rather spend 300 pesos on a taxi and be safe than to get into bigger trouble or to be lost the whole night, you know, walking around lost. Anyway, look, thanks for watching and thanks for listening, guys. I hope maybe some of you found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay guys, just on the roof of the hotel, just to show you what I meant. See all that sheet metal, all that rusty sheet metal? This is actually pretty nice. You can see these are like concrete brick houses, but there were some very rundown places that I was going through last night. I'll show you the other side too. So you got Mactan Bridge. There's two bridges, old Mactan and new Mactan Bridge, or vice versa, whether that's new and that's old or whatever. Can you see what I mean, guys? It's not a bad area, but you see a lot of these sheet metal, sort of like not squatters, but just, you know, old rundown areas. Again, I'm not saying anything bad. It's just that, you know, would you want to come to a place like this, or would you prefer to be in a nicer resort area with nice restaurants and bars built up and a suitable tourist area. So I'm not saying anything bad, guys. I'm just saying in my videos I try to show suitable areas for tourists. If you wish to go adventuring in places like this, go for it, okay? But you do that at your own risk. At least there's other areas I tried to show which are a bit more suitable. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I've even been down to Mindanao, region. You know, it's known for being a very dangerous region. But I go there with local friends, I do it responsibly, and we try to go to safer tourist areas. And even then, I still warn people, don't go to Mindanao as a foreigner or as a tourist. It's just not suitable. The only exception would be Davao City. And also with the new President Duterte, Rodrigo Duterte, he's very big on security and anti-crime. So it would not surprise me in the years to come, in future, maybe Mindanao becomes more safe. Okay. Anyway, look, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.